Weight loss plateaus. Oh my goodness. Weight loss plateaus are absolutely normal when you embark on your weight loss expedition. Most times what happens is people tend to panic. People tend to freak out when they see that number on the scale isn't shifting. And that's often where you would turn to drastic measures. What you might do then is you might just go fully restrictive. You might cut your calories to a very restrictive amount. Or worst case scenario will be like, well, this isn't working, so what's the point of doing this? Purely because that number on the scale has stopped shifting in a downwards direction. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly why a weight loss plateau takes place and how you can move forward to break that weight loss plateau. Firstly, let's identify what a weight loss plateau is. Because oftentimes if your weight hasn't shifted for 3 days, you might think you've hit that plateau, which is not necessarily the case. 3 days of no shift on the scale, absolutely normal. That's probably not a weight loss plateau. I want you to look into 3 weeks of data and not only 3 days of data. If you don't see that number on the scale shifting for 3 days, maybe a week, firstly, have a look at your levels of consistency. Secondly, be patient. That number on the scale isn't going to shift in a downwards direction every single day. That's not how this works. And please, if you see that number on the scale not shifting, number one, look at all areas of progress, the change in your body composition, your progress photos, compare them, as well as all your non-scale progress and non-body composition progress. Then after 3 weeks, if that number on the scale hasn't shifted and you don't see any progress in any areas, that would mean that you are not in a calorie deficit anymore. So what will happen is, if you've already lost a substantial amount of weight and your body composition has changed in a big way, your body will require less calories to get you through the day. What happens then is the calorie deficit that you were once in, you're no longer in it. When you hit a weight loss plateau, that essentially means that you are now on a maintenance amount of calories, meaning you are no longer eating in a calorie deficit, but you are eating within a maintenance amount, meaning you are eating the same amount of calories that your body needs to maintain your current weight. It's not that your body has just decided, oh, no more weight loss for you. It's just the fact that you are within a maintenance amount of calories. Now that could be because you have lost weight already and your body composition has changed, so you require less calories to get you throughout the day, which means you're possibly eating in a maintenance amount right now, if you've hit the weight loss plateau. Or it could be that maybe there's an inaccuracy within your activity levels that you use to calculate your calories. Maybe you're not doing as much activity as what you thought you were, and that calorie deficit amount that you've calculated for yourself, maybe it's not actually a calorie deficit amount, maybe it's closer towards your maintenance amount. And when you're eating on a maintenance amount of calories, there's going to be no weight loss. So again, there's absolutely no reason to panic. There's no reason to do something drastic. There's no reason to fully cut out absolutely everything. Just tweak your calories. Drop them by 100 or 150 calories per day. Do that for 7 days, maybe 14 days, and check if there is any progress. If there's no progress, drop those calories a little bit more. It's always a good thing to keep an eye on your actual calorie deficit and always look if you are still on target with that. So once you lose about 5 kilograms, go back and check your calorie goals. Check if they are actually still within a deficit. And then again, when you get maybe to a 10 kilogram loss. One thing I don't want you to do is after every kilograms, check your calorie goals. Are they still correct? Are they still correct? More often than not, your initial calorie goal that you work out for yourself, or the one that you've tweaked to get to the sweet spot, will actually be your calorie goal for a long period of time. But like I said, it's always good to keep an eye on that to make sure you are still within a deficit. I do feel like I need to bring this up. Very importantly, if you hit a weight loss plateau or that number on the scale has stopped shifting or you're not seeing any progress at all, do the difficult thing and check in with yourself regarding your consistency levels, your adherence, your average calorie consumption, and have a look if that is still on point. Have a look at what you're doing over the weekends. Are you eating within a calorie deficit over the weekends as well? Because if I'm being very honest here, all of that I just mentioned plays a major role within your progress. And people tend to say that they've hit a weight loss plateau and they just can't do it anymore. Meantime, those levels of consistency and adherence are maybe not the greatest. So before you drop any calories, rather have a look at everything from your consistency to your adherence to your calorie consumption and get on track with any of those before you drop calories. It might just be that maybe you aren't consistent within your calorie consumption and that's placing you towards a maintenance amount of calories.